Hi, hello, namaste. In this video, I'm going to discuss self introduction techniques. Here, I'm going to give you a general idea of self introduction in formal and casual way. In the description, I have attached a PDF. It includes proper example of self introduction. You can refer those. Formal introduction. So, in a formal context, in a business meetings, conferences, interviews, and formal gatherings, how we need to introduce ourselves. Here are the key elements of a formal introduction. How we need to introduce. What are the things it should include? Our full name and what is our title and college, company, organization names it should include, and the relevant background, education or the experience. So okay, that should include, and purpose of the interaction. What is that one that we need to mention? And here we need to follow a professional tone, body language, and at last the closing remark. That means thank you. It is very important. And now we are going to talk about self introduction in a formal way. Here, uh, I'm going to give an example how a BCA or a Bachelor of Computer Application student might introduce themselves before a panel of interview members, highlighting their strength. It also includes an example of a self introduction of a non technical student, such as they have pursued their degree or they are doing their degree in a BBA, BA, BSc, BSW, okay, whatever the degrees there. Here I have divided this in a technical and non technical students. So here are the opening statements how we need to start our introduction. First, we need to say the wish, good morning or good afternoon, esteemed panel of members. And then after that, you need to tell your name and in which class you are studying, and then further in which degree you are doing. And afterwards, what is the name of your college, your university. These are the informations that you need to mention. And then the academic backgrounds. So these are the very important for technical students. Here, these students they need to sell about the computer programming, software development, database management. That should be strong foundation for a technical student. And then they also need to mention their proficiency in the Java, Python, C++, web development, mobile app creation. These are the things are very necessity. And then for the non-technique students, they need to mention their understanding of key areas. Here the key areas are none other than in which degree they are doing, whether are they doing BSc, BA, BBA. Okay, so according to their education, they need to mention. For example, if a BSc student is there, he need to mention that he or she need to mention that they are interested in science. A BA student, he need to mention that he is interested in language, literature, or history, or political science. A BBA student or a BCom student, he need to mention that he is interested in finance, or he need to mention he is interested in marketing. So, okay, like that. And the combination of theoretical knowledge and practical experiences, mainly in internships and projects, are very important in academic backgrounds. And then they need to mention their technical skills when we come to a technical student. Here, their passion for software development, that they need to mention. And then how their passion is there, that they need to mention. And then with that they also need to mention their projects, for examples, e-commerce website using MERN stack, Android app for event management. And further they need to mention, mainly a technical student, he or she need to mention their technical skills. Those are their strengths. And what about the non technical students? They need to mention that they are very effective both in written and verbal communication. Okay, so it is the most important thing for the non technical student. Here, what are the coursework they have did, what are the presentation they have did, internships, these are the things are very important for a non technical student. And then problem solving ability for a technical student. So they need to mention that they are very enjoying tackling complex coding challenges, experiences mainly in debugging issues, competitive programming, hackathons. Okay, so these are the things, or these are the strengths of a technical student. And in the same way, when we come to a non-technical student, they need to mention that they have a analytic thinking, mainly in a methodological problem solving approach, whatever it is there. And then mainly they need to mention that whatever the case studies they have did, researches they have did, and critical analysis. So these are the things they need to mention in analytic thinking. And then adaptability and learning agility of technical students are continuously learning new technologies, mainly self-learning, reacts SJS, built a project well received by peers and professors. These are the things a technical student he or she need to mention. And the non-technical students, they need to mention about adaptability and resilience. So mainly it thrives in a dynamic environment, a different environment that they need to mention. Quick to adjust to a new challenges, resilient in a positive attitude. So these are the very important things for a non-technical students. And then whether a technical student or non-technical student, they need to mention teamwork and collaboration. So a technical student, he need to mention that he worked in a teams in multiple projects, and he had learned collaboration, communication. And also further they need to mention that they have the strong ability to contribute effectively in a team. Okay, this is about a technical student. And what about the not non-technical student? They need to mention that a leadership and teamwork, mainly experience leading group projects, believes in a collaboration and leveraging team strengths, team player with a strong leadership abilities. So like these, they need to mention their strengths in their introduction. And then with the conclusion, when we come that uh, even technical or non-technical students, they need to mention that they are very eager to apply or upgrade their skills in a professional environment. And further they need to mention that they are confident in that academic background, and passion for a technology make them a strong candidate. Okay, they need to talk about themselves. And then at last, this sentence is very important: thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself. Even the technical or non-technical students, they need to mention it. So a casual way of introduction, mainly we are using these kinds of casual way of introductions in social gatherings, casual meetings, friendly introductions. So these are the context or situations. And then here we need to mention the first name, and in which context, in which situation we are using or we are introducing ourselves. And we need to explain a brief about our personal things. And then we have a relaxed tone, it should not be a formal way. And we also need to engage with our body language. And then we need to have an engagement, it means a communication way in a casual way of introduction. And then here also the opening statements, it's a quite different. You can also use good morning, good afternoon, but in a casual way you can tell that hey, hey everyone, I am, or hi everyone, hello everyone. So like that you need to tell. And then further you need to mention that it's a great to meet you all. Okay, so like that, this kind of sentence you need to use in a casual way. And then you need to mention the background, in which background or in which context or in which situation you are explaining yourself. Here is an example. I am originally from this hometown. Currently I am studying this in this college. When I am not buried in books, I love exploring new places and trying out different cuisines. So here these kinds of sentences are talks about that these are not at all a formal way of sentences. It's a friendly sentences. And then you need to mention whatever your interest, hobbies are there. If there is any specific hobby that you need to mention, and whatever the activities that you need to do, or if if there is any everyday activity, everyday routine, that also you need to mention. Whatever the adventure you like, you dislike, those things you need to mention. And then further the engagement, it means that communication, two way of communication, that is very important in a casual way of introduction. So like that you need to ask these kinds of question. What about you guys? How do you like to do for fun for? Or how are you? What to do? So these kinds of questions that you need to use. And then here is an example, I'm going to take it. I just read it, just listen, and whenever you want, you can change according to you. Hey everyone, I am Sarah. It's great to meet you all. I am originally from Seattle and I am currently studying psychology at the University of Washington. When I'm not buried in the textbook, I love exploring new places and trying out different cuisines. I'm really into photography, especially capturing nature scenes. Whether it's hiking or weekend or just wandering around with my camera, I'm always up for a good adventure. What about you guys? What do you like to do fun for? What about you guys? What do you like to do for fun? Hi there, I am Ravi. Nice to meet you all. I grew up in Mysuru and recently moved to Bengaluru. I am working on my degree in economics at Bengaluru University, and it's been a fun for challenging experience so far. In my free time, I am all about playing guitar, whether it's learning a new song or just jamming out. I love spending time doing these that keep me creative and relaxed. How about you? What's something you are passionate about? Okay, so this is how you need to explain about yourself in a casual way. And what are the differences between a formal introduction and a casual introduction? In one word, you can tell that formal introduction, it's a professional and context focused way of introduction. According to the situation, you need to introduce yourself. And then casual introduction, it's a friendly approach. And then here one thing you need to remember, it's a note that you need to tailor your introduction based on the setting and the audience. You need to change according to the setting, according to the audience, according to the situation. Okay, this is all about the introduction, self introduction in a formal way as well as in casual ways. In the description, I have attached a PDF. It includes a proper example of self introduction. You can refer those. You can also join my Telegram link in for updated English notes. Thank you for watching.